Welcome to the Dr. Maya podcast, where we challenge the norms of healthcare, empower people to take control of their health, and redefine the future of medicine.
Life was given to us 1 billion years ago. What have we done with it?
It's fascinating how our minds can play such a significant role in our physical well-being. Today, we're diving deep into a really intriguing idea: how our initial thoughts and feelings when we, notice a symptom might actually influence whether that symptom develops into something more serious. We'll be exploring this concept of manifesting illness based on the sources you shared.
It truly is a crucial intersection, this point where our perception of our bodies meets our emotional response. For centuries, thinkers have pondered the connection between mind and body, and now, well, we have compelling evidence suggesting that our mental state can indeed have tangible effects on our physical health.
Exactly. The theory we're looking at today suggests that when we first experience a symptom and immediately jump to a scary conclusion, that initial fear can set off a chain of events, potentially leading to the very illness we're worried about. It might sound a bit out there, I know, but we have some fascinating material to explore, including information on the Dr. Maya app, a TED Talk on the mind-body connection and placebo effects, insights from the law of attraction, and other perspectives on the power of our minds. Our goal is really to unpack this in a way that's clear and insightful for you.
And a particularly interesting aspect we'll be examining is how an AI-powered digital health assistant called Dr. Maya aims to step in at that crucial initial point and potentially shift that negative trajectory. It's a novel approach, using technology to address this mind-body interplay.
It's interesting to consider how our current healthcare system might inadvertently contribute to this whole idea of manifesting illness. The report mentions a fear-driven system. What does that imply exactly?
Well, it suggests that sometimes the system can end up focusing significant medical resources on what turn out to be, minor issues. While it's well-intentioned, of course, this can create a cycle where people become more anxious about every little symptom, feeling the need for immediate medical reassurance.
Right.
Which in turn reinforces the idea that maybe every symptom is potentially serious.
So it's a bit of a feedback loop. Worry prompts seeking medical help, even when maybe it's not strictly necessary, which then reinforces the anxiety.
Precisely. The report links this to constant worry about health, diet, habits, suggesting this persistent anxiety can actually be counterproductive. If our minds are constantly focused on the potential for illness, it can create a negative mental environment,
Yeah, that makes sense. This brings us back to how Dr. Maya aims to break this cycle then.
Right. Dr. Maya GPT was designed specifically to help individuals articulate their initial symptoms as a story of the illness rather than an immediate crisis. By providing a structured way to share what they're experiencing and receiving an initial empathetic assessment, the app aims to help differentiate between minor and serious conditions.
So it's about providing that first layer of calm and guidance, not jumping straight to the worst case scenario.
Exactly. The ultimate goal, according to our sources, is to disrupt negative thought patterns and prevent what's described as wasting time remunerating the thought that makes them manifest the illness or disease. To put it more simply, by addressing that initial fear and worry, the app hopes to interrupt the mental process that some believe can contribute to the development of illness.
It sounds like Dr. Maya GPT is trying to be almost a preventative measure, both mentally and physically. The report even suggests it aims to be like the placebo effect. That's a bold comparison.
It is, yeah. The idea here is that by offering medical reassurance and clear information at that initial point of concern, Dr. Maya GPT can tap into the power of belief. This connects directly to the law of attraction, which posits that excessive worry and focus on negative outcomes can actually draw those experiences into our reality. By offering a more positive and informed initial response, the app hopes to shift that focus away from fear.
It really emphasizes addressing those underlying beliefs and the habit of worry early on, doesn't it?
Precisely. And this leads us directly to the remarkable power of belief itself, something we see so clearly in the placebo and nocebo effects. We have that TED Talk that delves into this fascinating area.
Yes, it highlights the placebo effect as, concrete scientific evidence that our minds can indeed influence our bodies and even promote healing. It demonstrates the body's inherent self-repair mechanisms and how our mindset can actually activate them.
And it's far from just anecdotal, The TED Talk mentions the Spontaneous Remission Project, a database documenting thousands of cases in medical literature where seemingly incurable illnesses have just disappeared without conventional medical treatment. It truly makes you consider the incredible potential within us.
Absolutely astounding. And the story of Mr. Wright and Krabbeson is such a powerful illustration. He had advanced cancer, right? And his tumor shrank dramatically after receiving a drug he believed would help.
Yeah, exactly. Then when he found out it was ineffective, the cancer returned, only to vanish again when his doctor gave him a placebo, claiming it was a more potent version.
Truly remarkable case, demonstrating the profound impact our beliefs can have on our physical state. And the TED Talk also explores the nocebo effect, the negative counterpart.
The dark side of belief, yeah.
Using the unsettling story of the Hex baby girls, where the belief in a negative prophecy seemed to contribute to its fulfillment. It's quite chilling.
Those stories really underscore the immense power of our minds, for better or for worse. The speaker in the TED Talk emphasizes that medical literature is actually filled with evidence of both placebo and nocebo effects.
Right, which makes you consider the potential unintended consequences of excessive medical interventions. Even with the best intentions, if these interventions amplify a patient's fears and reinforce negative beliefs, they could inadvertently trigger a nocebo response, couldn't they?
That's the concern, yes. It highlights a delicate balance.
So how does the law of attraction fit into this whole picture? We have some information on that as well.
The law of attraction, in its simplest form, is the idea that like attracts like, and that our dominant thoughts and feelings essentially shape our reality. So if we constantly focus on the fear of serious illness, the theory suggests we might be operating at a negative frequency. Think of it as a state of persistent anxiety and attracting more negative health-related experiences.
That really aligns with this idea of our thoughts influencing our outcomes. And how does Dr. Maya aim to counteract this from a law of attraction perspective?
Well, Dr. Maya GPT aims to disrupt that negative cycle by providing information and support that could lead to a more positive emotional state. Instead of dwelling in fear and anxiety, the app's goal is to help users shift their focus toward well-being. One of our sources even mentions the idea of focusing on how you want to feel healthy rather than what you don't want to feel ill.
It's about shifting our ingrained way of thinking about things, like, as another source discusses, these paradigms. Negative paradigms can keep us stuck attracting what we don't want.
Exactly. By offering a sense of being heard and understood, and by providing balanced information, Dr. Maya GPT could potentially foster a more positive mindset. Even though it's an AI, the act of sharing concerns and receiving empathetic advice could provide a form of tending, nurturing care, which, as the TED Talk suggests, is actually important for the body's self-repair mechanisms.
That's interesting. It's tapping into that fundamental human need for support and reassurance, even from an AI.
Precisely. By offering information and a sense of being heard, Dr. Maya GPT could foster a greater belief in a positive outcome, potentially triggering the body's innate healing abilities. And by helping to contextualize symptoms and alleviate excessive worry, it could also play a role in preventing the nocebo effect we talked about.
Another interesting angle is how Dr. Maya GPT might address self-doubt related to health concerns. That initial uncertainty can be really paralyzing.
Absolutely. By providing a safe and accessible space to articulate worries and receive helpful responses, the app could empower individuals to feel more informed and less overwhelmed by uncertainty. This could potentially lessen the impact of self-doubt on their own intuition and overall well-being,
Yeah. One of our sources mentions something like, doubt kills your faith right. When you doubt something, you don't have 100% faith right. When you don't have 100% faith, what happens? Lack of faith kills manifestation. It seems like Dr. Maya is trying to reduce that initial uncertainty, that doubt.
Exactly. By offering clarity and support at that initial point of concern, it aims to foster a more positive and hopeful outlook, thereby reducing the power of that initial self-doubt that can often spiral into fear.
We've talked a lot about the mental and emotional side of things, but it's crucial to remember that our inner state has a very real and direct impact on our physiology, doesn't it?
Oh, absolutely. Our internal emotional state significantly influences our physiology. For example, we know chronic stress triggers the release of stress hormones like cortisol, which can suppress the body's natural self-repair mechanisms, including the immune system. So by providing clarity and potentially reducing fear, Dr. Maya could indirectly help promote relaxation responses in the body, shifting away from that chronic stress state.
So when we put it all together, What is the real potential of Dr. Maya in this context of trying to prevent the negative manifestation of illness? Where does it fit in?
Well, with its focus on providing information, empathetic advice, and crucially, interrupting negative thought patterns related to health concerns, Dr. Maya GPT has the potential to be a valuable tool in promoting both mental and physical well-being. By addressing fear and anxiety at the initial stages of experiencing symptoms, it could indeed play a significant role in preventing the manifestation of illness driven by those negative emotions. It's an intervention at a key moment.
It really comes down to that initial reaction, doesn't it? What we do and how we think when we first notice a symptom seems to be incredibly important, potentially setting the course.
Precisely. Our thoughts and emotions in those early moments can significantly influence our health trajectory. Tools like Dr. Maya aim to intervene early in this process by providing information and empathetic support, helping us navigate our health concerns in a more informed and hopefully less fear-driven way.
So as you're listening to this, it really prompts the question, could proactively managing our initial responses to symptoms and seeking balanced information be a crucial step in taking greater control of our health and well-being? It's definitely something to consider how our own mindset and initial reactions might be influencing our health journey right now.
Absolutely. And I'd encourage everyone listening to maybe explore the concepts of the placebo and nocebo effects and the law of attraction further if this resonates. Deepening your understanding of this mind-body connection can be incredibly empowering and offer valuable insights into your own health and how you approach it.
And if you're interested in learning more, you might want to look into resources like the Dr. Maya app itself, if it's something relevant and accessible to you, of course. Research the Spontaneous Remission Project, that database is fascinating, and explore information on the principles of the law of attraction. It's all part of a fascinating journey towards better understanding ourselves and playing a more active role in our own well-being. Okay, so let's start by taking a closer look at the Dr. Maya app. It's described as a virtual family physician powered by AI, specifically Dr. Maya GPT. Think of it as your first port of call when you're feeling unwell and those initial symptoms start to appear.
That's right. Instead of immediately panicking or heading straight to Google, which, let's be honest, can often lead to just a cascade of alarming possibilities, Dr. Maya offers a different initial step. Its core function is to act as a digital health assistant right when you first notice something is amiss. This AI is built on a technology called a language model, designed to understand your health concerns expressed in your own words.
So how does it actually work then? It sounds like it focuses on collecting your illness story.
Precisely. The app gathers information through an intuitive chat, much like a doctor taking your medical history, and importantly, any specific worries you might have. And to make it as clear and comfortable as possible for you, this can all be done in your local language.
That makes a lot of sense. Clarity is key there. So it gathers all this information. What happens next? How does it help you figure out what to do?
Right. This is where its triage system comes into play. Based on the information you provide, the app uses urgency codes red, blue, green, and yellow to categorize your situation. A red code signals a situation needing immediate medical attention, advising you to go to the ER or call for help.
Okay, immediate danger.
Exactly. Blue indicates a potentially contagious or severe infection where isolation or maybe hospitalization might be necessary.
Right, got it. Those are clearly the urgent cases. What about green and yellow?
So green suggests a situation that isn't immediately life-threatening, but where you'd benefit from speaking with a healthcare professional. The app might recommend calling a nurse helpline or a similar service for more guidance.
Okay.
Yellow is the lowest urgency level, indicating a likely minor ailment that you can probably manage at home with self-help or over-the-counter remedies. The app will provide advice on these and also highlight any warning signs to watch out for, just in case.
So Dr. Maya acts as a filter, essentially a gatekeeper, directing you to the appropriate level of care.
Exactly. By performing this initial assessment, it has the potential to reduce the number of people with minor concerns heading straight to doctors or emergency rooms, freeing up those crucial resources for those with more urgent needs. This is particularly relevant when we consider the pressures on healthcare systems like the NHS.